Frenchie family, look at this beautiful Rojo and tan. This is gonna be a beautiful breeding right here.
That it is.
Beautiful breeding right here. Alright, so yeah, let me shout out your kennel, shout out, your Instagram.
Okay. My name is Ty. IG handle is the official Fluffies R Us. You can give us a follow. And we also have a Facebook as well. Came from Turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
Came from Turkey. His father is Viking, which is a stud that is actually in the U.S.
Yeah, well-known stud.
And so he's super calm, very chill temper, very loving. I do have his sister as well, so we do have his sister, so that's a plus. And then she's small and compact as well, so we plan to make some things happen with the sister. The sister is a lilac and merle with tan points.
All your dogs obviously didn't come from overseas. What made you go overseas this time?
We actually have brought a dog from the breeder overseas, and unfortunately the dog didn't make it. The dog had a lilac and tan merle carrying Fluffy and had tan points, so that's what we were looking for. So we went back to the breeder. She did do business with us. She was able to allow us to pick another dog from our dog. Her name's Princess as well. She had a sister.
Yeah.
So the sister had another set of litter, I should say, and out of that litter, she produced the same dog as the one that passed away, but in Fluffy. So the breeder allowed us to be able to still purchase her, and then out of that litter, we feed him. So I actually have a female that looks just like him, and he just has some puppies that just rock. So we felt like it would be a good addition to have him in the camp because my female is not a Fluffy, but she does carry cream. She is a Rojo with tan points. So if I added him to our camp, I could make him some of my other females. And I got some Fluffy carriers. I got some actual Fluffies because some of my females are Fluffy carriers.
To have outside mean, I know people want to do it the cheap way, but the cheap way is not the best way at all. Yeah, I mean, just because you had a litter, you don't want to mix that litter together and start spitting out puppies and push your dog. Go the long route, build good quality dogs, and you're gonna get that good quality price that you need. How long you been actually breeding?
I would say going on 3.5 years. 3.5 years, yeah. Started out with one turned into 2, and then 2 can turn into 15. So I got a female in my camp. She's off the Teddy line. Beautiful. She produces micro, small Frenchies. Isabella, and our foundation consists of not just structure but DNA as well. So we're very particular about the studs that we use. The dogs that we have actually, I have brought a couple dogs outside of the puppies that I've actually been able to produce myself. So I started with those 2, and when I tell you my female be dropping some fire, she be dropping some fire. I haven't really showed all my dogs yet, but I've literally kept everything. So more to come.
Yeah, that's the same thing I say. Same thing I tell y'all all the time, man. Like, if I can keep all these dogs, if I can afford to, I would. I promise I would. Things that when you first got into breeding that was like kind of mistakes that you say you made, or something that people that are just starting out can probably learn from and take it.
Woo! The mistakes. One of the things that I feel like, and I'm not gonna say it's a mistake because I learned from it. So for me, it's a lesson. It was never a mistake. Trusting people that, how do I say this? People that have not invested as much as I've invested, and just because they have a known stud does not mean they know how to breed. So during the process of networking, talking with people, spending money with people, and a lot of studying. So any advice that I could give anyone that's a new time breeder, I would just say new to the game, study. Find what you like. And whatever you like, that's what you stick to. There's so many different avenues you can take when it comes to breeding Frenchies. It's all about what you like, and just know that no matter what you like, there's somebody out there that will like whatever it is. So you don't have to kind of keep up with the trends and try to go buy this, go buy that. No, stick in your lane, and then you just write it out. Another thing that I've learned too is when it comes to the big breeders and just people in general, people don't really study like that. So sometimes they give information and it's not right information. Exactly. When I go back and look at some of my videos and some of the stuff that was said, you know, in conversations and stuff, I'm like, hey, that's not right. But I didn't learn that until I started studying. Absolutely. So that would be the biggest thing, just study.
Absolutely.
Scooby, come here. I found myself knowing more than my whelper, and I should have took a shot at on myself and betted on myself and bought my own litter. But I was so nervous because I'm new to the whole whelping. I didn't want to take a chance, you know what I'm saying? And even with my litter I just had, I had one puppy, they offered me $100,000, and it was the first puppy to go. Now, had I whelped my litter, I have mentors. That's another thing too.
Yep.
Mentorship. I have mentors. I can pick up the phone and call my mentor and say, hey, I'm having this issue, what can I do? My mentor is actually going to tell me what I can do to actually try to save my puppy, or what medicine, without me having to go to the vet. That's another lesson. That's another tool. Don't be so quick to go to the vet for everything. I used to take my first litter to the vet for everything.
Yep.
And when I got to seeing the bills, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So prime example, quick story. I feed my dogs, so I actually feed my dogs better than me. My dogs eat vegetables, fruit. I cook for them every day. I cook breakfast and, you know, lunch, dinner for them, right? So I try different fruits. So I decided to give my doggies blueberries. 2 of them had allergic reaction. Their face like swelled up.
Yeah.
But by me networking with people, I was able to pick up the phone and call a breeder, and they were like, hey, give them Benadryl for kids. I'm like, what? Benadryl for kids? They're like, yeah. So they told me what to give them, and it went away. But had I went to the vet, they would have charged me, gave me medicine. I went and brought a bottle of kids Benadryl for $5 and something, right? And then if I didn't catch it, then my dog lungs could have closed and I could have lost my dog. So that's very key too. Pay attention to your dog. So with Frenchies, when they hurt themselves, I realized they don't whine. They don't do anything. Like, you would never know something's wrong with your dog unless you know your dog. So I pay attention to all my babies. Like, I know when they don't feel good, I can sense it. I'm like, wait, you're not moving the way you're supposed to move. Like, I really have learned to like really pay attention to them because they do so well at hiding their pain.
5,000 for 2 lock-ins, man. Stud credits. And as you hear, she has other dogs, so you know, God forbid this dog's not available at the time. There are a lot of other options for you guys to choose from.
Most definitely.
3K, you can't beat that for a stuffy.
For Fluffy.
For full Fluffy.
For full Fluffy. And he carries cream. Ooh. So, we knew in the Frenchie dog game, so I'm an entrepreneur, let me first say that. So I do credit repair, I do business funding. I used to have a car dealership. My dad was an entrepreneur. Worked in corporate America, and we went on COVID. But prior to COVID, been trying to get family and friends to actually go in with me and do dogs. Unfortunately, some of them tried to do it themselves. They didn't want to come together, right? As you know, in our community, this is how it goes. They didn't see the vision. Okay, cool. So decided to just do it. So during the pandemic, I got moved to a whole new state, got one dog turned into 2, and we started studying and learning and stuff, and it's something we've been trying to do for years, to be honest with you. We've been trying to get into it, but I didn't want to do it necessarily by myself. I'm real big on team. Together each achieves more. When you partner with people, you actually accomplish more. I don't want to be the only person into the bag, right? There's enough money for everybody, but not just everybody. If you partner with people, the way you view something, the way I view something to the table. And it's power in numbers. So once I realized they didn't want to do it with me, which is cool, I just stepped out on faith. Now, I will tell you, in this dog game, entrepreneurship in general, your family and friends will not say, but I've actually met some real, like, genuine people in the dog game that believe in what I'm doing, and they see my knowledge, they see my information, they value it a lot.
The way I always like to put it, I sell investment pets. It's kind of like student athletes. The student comes first, the pet comes first. You know what I'm saying? The investment will come afterwards. You know, these dogs are going to basically breed and create something that's going to definitely help you out financially. But first comes first, you have to be able to take care of these dogs. And that's why these dogs are so expensive, because at the end of the day, like she said, when she had different problems and she come to the vet, that vet bill is a lot of times $1,500, $3,000. And if you can't afford that and you just gonna let my dog die on you because you don't got the money, I might as well just kept my dog. You know what I mean? So if you can't at least afford to pay the price that I'm asking, I know that you can't afford to take this dog to vet and take care of it. So I'm not even trying to do business. We don't even have that to talk about. I keep my dog at home. You know what I mean? And then just to hit on another point that she said about the lessons that you learn. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a loss for her. She learned lessons. You know, you got an L right here, it's a lesson. And you got an L right here, that's a loss. You took a loss, you learned a lesson, you put them together, you got a W. You just won off of that lesson.